Hi, Harriet. All right. I love your Ivy and Crown name. That's so regal and fun, and I really like it. Starting of home about weddings, portraits, contact, blog. Portraits have a lot of information there. Okay, so I'm going to dive in here and we're going to start the scroll. First things first, this top photo here is out of focus. I am sure that it is not actually out of focus. I'm assuming that the couple is probably below it and they're in focus, but this just does nothing for your site at all. So I don't know. You gotta do something with this photo because all I see is out of focus flowers, and they're pretty flowers, and it's a pretty archway, I think. But we need something a little more emotional here. So you're North Carolina's premier luxe photographer. Um, Okay, with over 20 years of experience, you can rest assured that your memories are in great hands. North Carolina based photographer with a focus on wedding and portrait. Service areas include Charlotte, Asheville, Greensboro, Raleigh, Wilmington, Myrtle Beach, the rest of the Carolinas, and beyond. Okay, so you have said you're a North Carolina photographer twice, right here, which is totally repetitive and pointless. However, I also Premier Lux. What's a Lux photographer? Can you tell me what that is? Because I mean, in my head, I kind of know what Lux means, but it's sort of one of those like I don't know, Premier and Lux. Those two words together, it just feels like you're putting out this like super high end vibe, and that's totally fine. But in like it feels forced. So I did actually scroll down your page. So we're gonna talk more about this sort of thing later because I don't feel like your personality comes out here at all. And this right here is prime real estate. You absolutely need you can keep North Carolina's premier luxe photographer. That's fine. But no one is searching luxe. And that's sort of where I'm gonna get at. No one is searching for a luxe photographer. That's not a word that people really use. It's just a hot word. And it looks pretty. But people aren't searching that. People are, however, searching premier family photographers or premier wedding photographers. So you might want to switch up this line. Instead of saying North Carolina's premier luxe photographer, say North Carolina's premier family and wedding photographer or family and portrait photographer. This is your top keyword right here. And that's what it needs to be. So I'd drop Lux and I would put in what you actually do. Okay, and then this whole section right here, I just said is prime real estate. You need to make an emotional connection with people and you're not doing it right now. All you're saying is where you work 3 times. North Carolina, serving these areas in the Carolinas. You've literally just told me where you work 3 times. So we're going to come back and talk about this in a minute. So the first link that you're giving me is weddings and elopements. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to go to this page. Okay, cool. And you're not even telling me what to do. You're just sort of like, here's my portfolio. Like, okay, well, I don't know if I necessarily want to click on that. You're not telling me to click on that. Excuse me. So right now we've got problems with this, and then you're not making an emotional connection and you're immediately sending me off to your portfolio. I am going to go ahead and open your portfolio real quick just to kind of see what's going on here. Oh, I love that. There's personality in this. I want to see this on your homepage. Oh, with you, I am me. I really love the French. I really love that. Okay, looking for a photographer. The great news, you've also found someone to hold your dress up, someone to tell you lipstick on your teeth, and someone to hand you a tissue. There's a lot of eyes in here, but I like your personality. I don't think you need this line. We don't need an introduction to you. And obviously they're on your website, so they are looking for a photographer. So, man, I'm struggling with this because I really do like your personality. Okay, we're going to come back to this in a minute. I want to finish your homepage. Okay, so I'm going to keep scrolling here. It says, welcome, let's take this walk together. It says, hi, I'm Harriet. I have a time machine. Okay, this got me, right? I fucking love this. Okay, you got me. It's really my camera. This is brilliant. And it's funny and it's personal. Like this right here, this statement, I don't even think you need no, I like, hi, I'm Harriet and I have a time machine. Like that's super quirky and wonderful. And this right here, honestly, needs to be up here. It does. It really, really does. That is so connecting. It is so quirky. I would have to click. This is the personality right here. This is what you need just dripping from your website. Okay? So this needs to come up here. So then you have, let's chat, which goes over your contact. Meet me where the birds sing. You have the sort of weird formatting happening here that I don't know how I feel about. It sort of like looks like a poem, but not. I like the words. It's still a lot of eyes. And but it's the meet the photographer. Okay. And behind the name. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Then you have more links to your portfolios. See more. Okay. So your homepage is sort of like a conglomeration of stuff. And it doesn't need to be like this. So, all right, we need that connection up here. Honestly, if this said North Carolina's premier wedding and portrait photographer, serving areas that you could say with over 20 years, serving areas that include, so like get rid of this line totally and put wedding and portrait up here instead of Lux, right? That gets rid of a whole line. And then you can put, hi, I'm Harriet and I have a time machine. So let's begin this walk together and create a whole day of moments worth traveling back in time for. Choose the experience you're interested in, or choose your experience, and then allow them to grab one of these pages, right? You can have these 3 links right up here, or right here where this is, okay? So have that, hi, I'm Harriet and I have a time machine, because that's freaking funny and I love it. And then say, choose your experience. And have them pick from one of these 3 things. These are your things. Weddings, couples, portraits, and family, right? Those are your things. So those are what you want them to pick from. And you want to just tell them straight out, here, choose your adventure. What's your experience? What are you looking for? Pick the thing you're looking for. And then underneath that, you can have, I would say put this there. Ivy and crown. Or like behind the name, ivy and crown. Just keep this. I like this. And then have the meet the photographer button. I don't think you need this and this on your homepage. I think just a blip with meet the photographer, which then comes over to this page where you can have all of this information and all about you, and you're adorable. And this is wonderful. So yeah, I mean, this is good. And then contact me. Yeah, for sure. So I'm cool with your about page, but your home page definitely sort of gets lost. There's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of random. This right here is way more important than this. So, and this photo doesn't really like match anything. I don't know. So, all right. So for your homepage recommendations here, fix what I said to fix about the top. Put your time machine bit here, and instead of linking to the portfolio, say choose your experience and let them pick one of these three things. Okay? And then have your ivy and crown behind the name and a button that says meet the photographer. That's it. That is all you need on your homepage, period. But then, so once they have their choose their own adventure here, let's see, we have wedding and elopements, couples and engagements, portraits and family. Okay. I do, as much as I love the quirkiness here, I do think you need to reword it a little bit. Trying to think of like a good way to reword this, because obviously they're looking for a photographer. They're on your website. They've already found one. They're on your website. So you could even say like, you want someone to hold your dress up as you walk up the stairs, someone to tell you about the lipstick on your teeth, someone to hand you a tissue when you're struggling to hold it together, and your own personal cheerleader, minus the pom-poms, but only because they make it hard to hold the camera. Let me tell your story. So like, I mean, yeah, it's really just this line that sort of throws me off, because obviously they're looking for a photographer. But at the same time, that's very much your quirky little personality coming through, and I really like it. So I'm a little torn. Also, that should be a colon and not a semicolon. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Your website is going against everything that I typically tell people not to do. Like these I statements and the introducing yourself, but your name, I love the name Harriet. And it just, I don't know, you're so quirky and wonderful, and I feel like this actually works. Okay, so we're gonna just keep scrolling here. You do need a contact me button though, right here. So then we have, you're pushing them off of this. Packages and pricing. I don't know that I'd put my pricing right there. Because you're kind of telling me that pricing is very important by shoving it right into the page, and I don't know that it's necessarily that important. And if these are galleries, then okay, so I think you actually need a little bit more in here. You don't want people running away to your blog when you've just asked them to look at your portfolio. I'm not sure. Oh, I can scroll through. Okay, so I feel like you need this kind of thing on this page. Instead of having one singular photo here, this could be a slider with like all of your best wedding photos. Okay? Weddings and elopements. A nice slider like that right here. And then contact me. Okay? Then dive into how it works. Don't necessarily, I mean, man, you're really throwing me off here. Because I do like your words, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate like this. Honestly, you could just move this up to here. And then have these featured galleries, and then your wedding and pricing. I would definitely get this information right here up higher into here, because you want to give them a chance to contact you before you push prices at them. And mostly that's because you will have a group of people that will just contact you. They won't even finish scrolling. They'll look through the slider that you're going to put here and look at your photos and read this in your quirky little voice. And they're going to be like, yeah, I like her. Let's do it. Let's contact her. They're not even going to get this far. So I feel like you can keep pricing on here, but I would like drop it to the bottom. I don't know that I would lay it all out. I mean, and honestly, all wedding photographers pretty much offer the same stuff. So it's not like, this isn't like super specific and special just to you. And your prices are like really average. So I feel like you could even have a little blip in your Tell Me More that says, how much will it cost? Like you could just get rid of this whole section and say elopements start at, weddings start at. And it gives people a reason to contact you. This doesn't give anybody a reason to contact you unless they're ready to book. And that's fine if your website does a good job at convincing them to book you, which it's currently not, because that's why you asked for a website review. So you kind of want to give people a taste, but you don't want to give away so much that they have no reason to reach out to you. Okay. We're going to keep going here. So you do have a little bit of stuff to fix on this page, but it's pretty good. But your goal is going to be getting them from your home page, okay, to one of these informational pages to your contact. Home, info, contact. That is your goal. That is your path. Every detour they take needs to lead them back either to information or contacting you. So when you lead them out to these blogs, learn more about weddings or contact me, you need a button here because you've just dead-ended on this blog. And actually, you haven't dead-ended. Your next link is Instagram, which is pulling them out. And what's going to happen is they're going to get lost in Instaland because you've just sent them away from your website. That's like the next thing for them to click, is away from your website. You don't want that. You need a button on these pages that says either learn more, that pushes them back over to that experience page, or contact me. Like, you absolutely have to finish your loops. Okay? Don't give them a chance to dead end. Don't make them have to push the back button, and don't give them an out to another website. All of these little pages need buttons that tell them where to go next. Tell them what to do. It's really that easy. Engagements. Okay, so engagements is literally just a gallery. It needs the same type of info as what your wedding page has. Your wedding has this funky little blurb, and you're going to have a contact button. You have featured galleries. You have some basic pricing and an FAQ and a step-by-step of how to book you. Your elopement page, your engagement page and your portrait and family page needs that information too. Period. Like, why does one have one but not the other? They all need that same information. And then you do have an investment page that's separate. Okay. Which is the same information you have on your wedding page. Okay, so actually what you could do is you could create just an FAQ page rather than an investment page. These both start at $4.90. So this is like the simplest thing. You can literally actually, I just had an idea. Okay, so on your wedding page, have your information, have your emotional connection, and then link over to your contact page. Okay, have your galleries, have your specific links to specific galleries, not just a portfolio, and then I feel like this right here would actually be perfect on your contact page. Like that whole how it works blip. I'm going to come back over here real quick. I want both pages up. Let's do this. I'm so excited you love my work and I can't wait to hear about your plans. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I think this right here can go right here, right above your contact form, like how it works. Step 1, fill out the contact form right below here, and I'll be in touch soon. After that, we'll discuss what you're looking for and we'll create amazing memories. And then below the form, you can have your FAQ down here where they can click through your FAQ. And I feel like that would work way better than putting this same information and the same FAQ on every page. And again, your FAQ can have a little blurb in it. How much does it cost? Elopements start at, weddings start at, portrait sessions start at. Done. That totally gets rid of this investment page, and it totally gets rid of your investment thing here. It keeps everything in one nice, tight, clean list. So no one really has to go searching for anything. And I think the contact page would be a really nice spot for that. So then your goal is home, one of your informational pages, contact. That's it. Your home page is honestly the thing that needs the most work because it's sort of scattered. But honestly, you've got the words, girl. I love your personality is fantastic. And that, just let that shine through. Let that quirkiness totally just come through. Let it drip from your website, which you are doing that right now. But you're not getting that initial punch right at the beginning. And you're not telling clients where you want them to go. Just tell them what you want to do. Choose your experience. Contact me. It's seriously that easy. So home, choose your experience, get them to an info page, contact. Okay? I think you got this. Your work is beautiful, and I love your logo, and I love your words. So you're there. You're almost there. I would just rearrange this menu a little bit. I would say home, weddings, portraits, about, contact, blog. Because about you is like one of the last things. They don't really care about you yet. And when you put it right here, it almost makes it seem like it's going to be about sessions and not about you. So, and people aren't ready to learn about you yet. So I would knock it down to over here towards the end. But otherwise, you do have some homework. I would change out this. Again, it's just flowers. I'd pick something a little more captivating. And your contact page totally needs a photo. There's like no reason at all that there's not a photo on every single page on your website. You're a photographer. You literally have built-in content. So you need a photo. And the contact page is like your last point of touch. So if there's not a photo on it, Like, this is one last moment to show them what you do. So show them. All right. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me, and good luck.